Since I'm live, let's see. Since I'm live, let's see. Since I'm live, let's see. Okay, I'm just gonna try and see if this thing's on. This is the first time I've ever done one of these live things, you guys, so bear with me because I feel like there might be a delay. We'll get started in just a minute. Okay, apparently I'm on, so I'm gonna roll with it. Okay, so like I said, this is the first time I've ever done one of these live presentations. So, you know, obviously we had 3 minutes of wondering if I'm even doing this correctly, but I'm excited that you guys are here. I know this is a little bit last minute. I decided earlier today that I would, you know, present kind of what the whole coaching opportunity is about. And also we are going to be running a super special incentive for signups. If you're signing up with my team tonight, I don't know if other teams are tuning in, that's cool too, but you guys can't have the giveaway that I'll talk about at the very end. That's just special for TeamFITspiration and any teams of TeamFITspiration. So I'm just super excited that you guys are here. I'm going to kind of tell my story a little bit. I feel super comfortable and laid back in my little office here. You may have heard some of my story. I'm not really sure. But if this is the first time that you've listened in or met me or anything like that, my name is Stephanie Chico. I'm an 8-star diamond Beachbody coach, which probably means nothing to you if you're not a coach, and that's totally fine. I had no idea what all that ranking stuff meant either. I'll explain that in a little bit, but I kind of wanted to talk tonight just about before I even became a coach and what made me nervous about it and why it took me about 6 months to finally sign up. So before I had ever gotten started, I actually met my sponsor who I signed up with, who presented the opportunity with me, or to me. My husband played baseball, her husband played baseball. We were together in a little neighborhood in Syracuse, New York, across the street from each other. And we would do P90X workouts in our living room with like ready-made formula bottles because we didn't have weights. So we totally improvised, and she was really the very first person to ever introduce me to home workouts. I just thought, you know, you had to go to the gym. So that's kind of when the seed had begun to be planted with me. Beyond that, you know, fast forward many years, I had 2 babies back to back at that point. But when the coaching opportunity kind of came into my life, I didn't even know that I had heard of Beachbody. I had heard of, you know, Insanity and P90X, obviously, because I had done it. I remember when Insanity came out, it was infomercials that were on in the middle of the night while I was up breastfeeding my second child. So that's when I heard about Insanity for the first time, and I was like, this looks cool, but I had no idea that, you know, there was a whole nother side to Beachbody. I just knew that they had these really legit workouts and some cool products. But, you know, I had no idea that there was the business side to it. So fast forward to when I had my 3rd child. Like I said, my husband was a baseball player, and right after we had our 3rd baby, we were just in total transition mode. You know, we did the major league thing and the minor league thing, and we were sort of all over the country, and all of a sudden the phone stopped ringing, and my husband just didn't have those opportunities anymore. You know, that's kind of how it happens sometimes. And we had no plan B, and here we were with 3 children, you know, no plans for the future, no plan B. Like I said, no resume, no college degrees, and we were totally, obviously scared, totally scared, burning through our life savings. You know, thankfully we had been pretty smart while he played and sucked away as much as we could, but that only lasts for so long. And meanwhile, like I said, I had just had this 3rd baby. She was the 3rd one in 36 months. So back to back to back, I had my kids. And needless to say, I was, you know, in pretty bad shape physically. My body had taken a beating. I had gained a ton of weight and lost a ton of weight, gained a ton of weight, lost a ton of weight, and again. And so I felt pretty done having kids, and I just decided, okay, it's time to really do something about this and not just kind of be wishy-washy about it like I had before. And that's when my friend Brandy had just started her first challenge group. So she had become a coach, whatever that coach meant, you know, I had no idea. And I joined this challenge group, and I thought, well, this is fun, this is great. You know, I just picked up P90X because my husband had a copy of it, and I did order Shakeology from Brandy, and I had started losing some weight. I started seeing some progress, and I was feeling really good, and invited all my friends to do this fun challenge group with me and my friend Brandy. And of course, Brandy was telling me all along, you should sign up to be a coach. And I thought, no, you're the fitness girl. That's not me. And I felt very adamant about, you know, that is not my thing. But in the back of my mind, I kept thinking, well, that's kind of genius. You know, like here these people are obsessed with this Shakeology stuff like I had become, and ordering it every single month from Brandy. And she's obviously earning a commission, and I'll teach you about that in a little bit. But, you know, the light bulb started going on in my head. And to give you a little bit more background, I had been, you know, kind of super happy doing the baseball wife thing, but I had always felt like there was a little piece of me that needed fulfillment too, to kind of have my own thing. And so I was a dabbler. I made baby headbands and hair bows and onesies and beanies. I mean, just like arts and crafts, which is so funny to look back on. But it was really fun. It filled a little space for me, a creative outlet. And I also started another company, Stella and Dot. It was a great company, but it was definitely very salesy. You know, you had to meet a certain amount of sales, and I'm totally not bashing it because I love that jewelry and I continue to buy it. But my hesitation there was that I didn't want it to just be the girl that sold stuff to people. You know, I didn't want to be just like constantly changing my mind and posting something new and like, oh, this is for sale now. Now I'm doing this company. You should buy this product. And I knew that if I was going to do this, I had to be all in, and I had to be ready to really commit and not ever quit. because I had sort of been that wishy-washy, this is cool, oh, this is cool, you know, like the next shiny, sparkly thing. So I really had to take some time to make sure it was my time. And so that's kind of, you know, the thought process behind it. I also, and I know this is another, you know, hang up that a lot of people have, is the fear of getting into a pyramid scheme. And I really do want to address that because obviously I have no business degree. I am not a business person. You know, no schooling, no extra experience as far as like direct sales or anything like that, other than my little stint with selling jewelry and doing trunk shows. But beyond that, I definitely get that question a lot about like, well, is this a pyramid scheme? And let me tell you why it's not. It's not, because when a pyramid scheme traditionally is when there's a guy at the top and you can buy in to be under the guy at the top, and there's no real product of value. You just throw money into the pot, and the guy at the top always makes the most, and he makes money off of these people just buying in and buying in and buying in all the way down the line. So there's a ceiling. The guy at the top is always going to make the most. The guy at the bottom is never going to make as much as the guy at the top. And there's no real product of value. It's just this weird opportunity, and you don't really know what you're getting yourself into. And Beachbody is different because there is a product of value. We didn't start with the business opportunity side of it. That was something that the creators of the company kind of thought of later on, because they had all these people who were referring their friends, and they thought, well, that would be really great if we could just give them a way to get credit for this. You know, they're referring us, all of their friends. We've already got this really legitimate product here. Let's extend the opportunity. And so that was really the birth of Beachbody coaching. And the cool thing about it is there's no ceilings. The guy at the top can be passed up by the guy all the way at the bottom. There's no caps on ranks. There's no, you know, ceilings on income. It's all you. You don't have to worry about what anybody's rules are. It's your business, and that's it. And I'll get into the details of that in a bit. I am going to attempt to screen share and do some slides for you guys. So give me just a second while I open that up for us. Let's see here. Like I said, first time for everything, right? So let me make sure that I click this screen share thing. Sorry, everybody. Okay, I swear I'm almost there. I'll learn how to do this real quick one day. Okay. So I should be able to be screen sharing with you all, which means you're going to see stuff on my screen. And I'm going to show you my slides. So I made some cute slides for us tonight. And I'm just kind of walk through this and hopefully get through it, you know, quickly, so that we can all be back with our families and eating dinner, because I know for sure that I haven't eaten dinner. I'm hoping that everybody can see these. Can somebody just comment in my team page and let me know if you can see the slides, just so I know that you're not still staring at my face instead of what you should be seeing? Let me know, guys. I'm just going to pretend for a second that you guys can see. So basically, again, welcome. If you're just tuning in now, I just kind of told my story. And I'm an 8-star Diamond Beachbody coach. I was an elite coach in 2013, which means that, you know, my team found some great success, and I'm really proud of that. That means, you know, that certain coaches were advancing rank and building their own teams and things like that. And, you know, it's a really exciting thing when that happens. So I also signed up in October of 2012. So I just celebrated my 2-year anniversary. And I'm going to kind of show also some growth potential that, you know, it's all dependent on how much you put into this business and how many people that you're helping. But I'm going to kind of give you a glimpse of what's possible with this business later on. So those are my stats, if you will, and I'll roll on to the next slide. A little about me. If you heard my story, you know that I'm a busy wife and mom of 3. I had 3 kids back to back, 36 months, 1, 2, 3. My oldest was 2 when my 3rd was born, which is so crazy. It blows my mind sometimes. I'm like, how did I survive that? I'm not really sure. Like I said, I started as a coach when my youngest was 12 months. So, you know, it really was, you could see that timeline when I joined my first challenge group when Quinn was about 4 or 5 months old. And it took me, you know, quite a while before I finally jumped into the whole coaching aspect of it. So she was just turned a year when I finally signed up to be a coach. I still had about 20 pounds to lose. Like I said, I had been a Shakeology and workout program. I did a lot of different workout programs before I became a coach, but and even more since becoming a coach, but I still had about 20 pounds to lose. And I hear concerns about that a lot too. People who, you know, are worried that they're not a finished product yet. They haven't, you know, gotten to that finish line. And I kind of want to put your fears to rest about that, because I honestly think, looking back on my journey, that it was an advantage for me that I still had some progress to make. You know, it was just a more approachable, genuine thing that I could invite my friends, and you know, it was just me inviting them to join me on my journey. I'm already doing this. I would love the company. You know, why don't we do this together, kind of thing. So, uh-oh, I can just hear a pick. I don't know what that means. I'm hoping you guys can all see these slides. Anyway, at the end of the day, once I had felt like I was whatever, you know, my goal weight was. Of course, we're always ever changing and improving every single day. I don't think there's ever a finish line necessarily, but I did lose a total of 40 pounds from drinking Shakeology and Beachbody workouts. So that was really exciting for me. That is something that I'm definitely proud of. So that just kind of goes to show that coaches make progress too. Like I explained a little bit before, I was really skeptical. There was, you know, a lot of stuff that I kind of had to work through before I joined. I was totally that girl that kept saying, okay, I'm interested. Okay, never mind, I'm too scared. Or I would just totally ignore my coach Brandy's response. You know, I was just scared. And so I totally understand that when I'm dealing with people who don't get back to me or whatever it is, you know, that they have those concerns too. Hold on, guys. Okay, it's looking like I'm not getting my slides on here. Let me try something else. Let's see if this works. I'm not even sure if this is going to work. If it doesn't work, we're just going to roll with it, because that's what we do. We're just improvisers. So now this is not as fancy looking, but you can still kind of get the gist of it. I just kind of went over this slide, so I'm going to move on to the next one. So I'm going to get to the meat of this. So what exactly is this whole coaching thing all about? So I know I've explained a little bit of it. You know, it's basically us just supporting people along their own journeys. It's us using our own progress and our own journey to inspire others to do the same. I'm like totally getting blown up over here. Okay. I'm hearing that people are seeing this. Okay, that's good. So what exactly is this whole coaching thing? So I'm going to explain. So these are some of the you know, standout products, the contenders that I like to say. These are some of my favorite products personally. Obviously, Shakeology down at the bottom. That's one of the big ones. Definitely, I mean, I could go on and on and on about Shakeology, but for sure, obviously helped me lose over 40 pounds, helped tons of my friends lose weight, you know, baby weight or whatever kind of weight. I also used to be a chronic migraine sufferer. I was just laid out for a few days every single month, just completely sick, physically sick from my migraines, and I don't have migraines anymore. And I completely attribute that to Shakeology. I feel great. I actually was like feeling a little bit down. My energy was low earlier. I drank my Shakeology today and I'm feeling so good, obviously, because I'm just rolling with the punches tonight. I love PIO. I love 21 Day Fix. These are all programs that I've tried myself. Yes, even Body Beast, which is all about weightlifting, but I love weights. I should have put Pump on there because that's a really fun one. So that's the cool thing about being a coach, is you kind of get to be a connoisseur of programs, if you will. I love trying new stuff, and yeah, those are the good ones. And so we'll get into kind of, you know, what the benefits of what we get as a coach down at the bottom. So all the programs that you see that you get 25% off of all of those products, even Shakeology, which is great. So if any of you are listening and you're, you know, already drinking Shakeology as a client or a customer of one of us coaches, you can sign up to be a coach and get 25% off of something that you're already drinking every single day. So it's kind of a great thing to do. Like I said a little bit earlier, we share with others. We just share the journey. You know, a lot of it is what you see on Facebook. We're just kind of there to inspire others and just be that positive light in people's lives that I know that, you know, this world really needs more of, to be totally honest. So that's what we do. We're just, you know, positive, uplifting people. We're just a friend. We help people reach their full potential. So really the cool thing about this business is, yes, it's health and fitness, but there's so much personal growth. I mean, looking back on the person that I was 2 years ago to the person that I am today is a complete 180. I was a really sad person before. Like I said, I had migraines, so I felt sick. I didn't have energy. I wanted to be that mom that was out running around with her kids, and I was too tired. I was too tired. I felt overweight, and just my body hurt, and I didn't feel good. And so, you know, a lot of the time that obviously the progress happens on the outside, but there's a lot of progress that happens on the inside, and it's just a really neat thing that happens. It's like all of a sudden your world just sort of opens up to bigger and brighter things. Be a product of the product. That's the cool thing about this business, is we do our own advertising. Beachbody has some great advertisement stuff out there, but I really like to teach to be your own walking billboard. You don't need to post, you know, spammy for sale stuff that Beachbody puts up. I love what they have. You know, they're a $1 billion company, or almost a $1 billion company. So of course they're going to have some great advertisement material, but we don't need that. We just use ourselves. We share, not sell. I am not a salesperson. Like I said, I have no business experience. Kind of yucky to me to be a salesperson. And so that's the cool thing about this, is you're already doing it. You're feeling good. You're having a great time. And when you feel good, you can't help but share that with people. And so you don't even have to sell. So I know that's definitely a concern for other people. But I don't know what that means. Each month we host virtual challenge or focus groups. A lot of this takes place on Facebook. I know that some people maybe don't have a Facebook. I think that it's really helpful for coaches to have Facebook. A lot of the training stuff that we do for our new coaches is on Facebook. Our challenge groups are on Facebook. I think most people are on Facebook these days, but I know there are still some of those people who are trying to be super private. But you could always have, you know, an account that you just use for Beachbody stuff and checking into challenge groups and stuff like that. So it's always an option too. And like I said, 25% off. I mean, hello, that is a great discount. I wanted to share some coach success stories too. So like I said, you know, coaches show progress too. So these are, obviously that's me and my little ones down at the bottom there. This mama, Megan, had twins in that belly, and now she's got that 6-pack. That is since becoming a coach that she had that tummy. So Jamie on the top left, amazing progress, and Brittany, who just had a baby, and that was her transformation just in 21 days. 8 weeks postpartum. So she looks amazing. She breastfed through the whole thing. That's another thing. I also breastfed while I was drinking Shakeology and working out. I get that question a lot. It's totally safe. Always talk to your doctor first, but the stories that I hear on a daily basis are that baby and mom do amazing on it, and tummy issues are fixed, and babies feel great, and they're sleeping well, and they, you know, it's all just such good stuff, like plant-based, organically sourced. It's just amazing stuff. So tons of vitamins and minerals and all of that stuff that we just can't really get from our food. That's the plain and simple truth of it. So fills in all those gaps is what I like to say. How do we earn? So like I mentioned a little bit before, your income is a direct reflection of how many people you help. So that means helping get started in a challenge group with you and inviting to, you know, start their health and fitness journey. It could mean joining your coaching team and being a coach with you, and also, you know, just sharing the love, spreading it all over the world. When you're a coach, you have the opportunity to earn an income too, so that's kind of cool. To invite your friends and family to do with you. Like I said, 25% discount. You also get a 25% commission. So that's really, you can start earning like immediately. Like the same day that you sign up to be a coach, you can turn around and start your business that day. There's no wait time, no downtime. As soon as your website is up and running, you're in business and you can start earning your 25% commission immediately. Team bonuses. So you're going to learn about that as you get started as a coach. But if you so choose to start a coaching business of your own, a coaching team, you know, build a team, sponsor coaches, you get to earn even more based on volume of the team and things like that. And like I said, that could go totally over your head right now. So I'm not going to give too many details, but I promise you, you will learn all of that stuff. There's no pressure to sell. We have no quotas, and we do not have to stock products. How cool is that, right? So I don't have like a closet full of P90Xs here. I don't have to stock any products. People can go directly to my website, order from me, and Beachbody does all the packaging and shipping. They handle returns. We don't have to do that. I used to have to do that with the other company that I worked for. That was a lot of work, you know, to stay on top of stuff like that. Like I said, no quotas. I know that that's a thing with other companies too, that you have to meet a certain requirement of like sales per month or like whatever, totally weird. We don't have that. So I love that. So moving on. So what is all this team stuff? I know that I keep mentioning, you know, the team. So the team is basically a big family that you join. I founded TeamFITspiration a little while after I became a coach. We just sort of started growing, and I wanted to call us something and make us feel like we all belong to, you know, a place. And so TeamFITspiration was born. So when you join our team, you'll have monthly mentorships and trainings plus one-on-one support. So depending on who invited you to this webinar tonight, that would be your mentor. You would also be working with me. We run a lot of our trainings all together. So it's just a big, happy family where you get lots of support and love. Nobody signs up and then gets forgotten about. It's not like that, like, okay, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am, you know, none of that. Fun incentives and monthly prizes plus recognition. A lot of people thrive on recognition. I don't know if you guys follow us. Every Thursday you see new emeralds or diamonds and rubies. You probably have no idea what that means, but that's the fun stuff. That's rank advancement, and those are people growing their teams. And we can learn a little bit about that as we get you started as a coach. But really a cool part of it is that recognition, because that just feels good. People like that. And like I said, fun incentives and monthly prizes. We love doing stuff for, you know, hitting goals and making it all super fun for people. Also, there's no pressure and no penalties to cancel. In the event that you decide that this just isn't the right thing for you, you feel like, you know, it's not your thing after all, that's totally fine. Nobody's gonna like threaten you or call you or like take all your money if you quit. Like that doesn't happen. So there's literally no risk. You can decide you don't want to do this, and that's totally fine. Nobody's gonna make you feel bad about it, and you don't have to pay any kind of penalties or, you know, quitting fees or whatever they call it. So I hope that answers some questions about what all the team stuff means. So I'm going to move on to our next slide here. This is that slide that I mentioned earlier. I showed this to my team a couple of months back. This was back in August, I believe. So this is just, you know, Beachbody does not promise that anybody's going to make any certain amount, but this is just an example of what is possible. This happened, like, as you can see, in 22 months. So just under 2 years, this is how my income grew from month 1 to month 6 to month 12, month 18 to month 22. Pretty crazy to look back on that. And since then, my income has grown still. This is not just me, you guys. So I don't want you to think, oh, well, she founded this team, so of course she makes the most. No, there are people who are on this team who are making just about right there with me. So, and that's crazy because they've been doing it for less amount of time. People can make more than that in a shorter amount of time. If you choose not to go quite as hard. And, you know, I had a big why. I had a big reason why I needed to make this work. We had nothing else, no other options. There was no option for me to quit or fail or slow down because I needed to help save my family. So I went hard, I worked hard, and sacrificed some stuff for sure, time and, you know, luxuries and TV time and stuff like that. But I mean, that's me. If you want to do that, I can show you how to do that. If you don't really want to do that and you want to have a little bit more fun, and not that I didn't have fun, I had a blast, but you know what I mean. It's not, there's no requirement for you to, you know, chug along quite as fast if that's not your thing. So just an example, like I said, of monthly earnings. We get paid weekly, which is really cool, direct deposit. So you don't have to worry about, you know, depositing paper checks or anything like that. I think that's all I have to say about that. So like I said, that was just an example for my team of, you know, why time in the business is just so critical, you know, just like hanging in there. And over time, when your team grows, you're like, okay, this is amazing. This is like really, I see the big picture now. So pretty cool to look back on that. So this is gonna kind of get to the end here. We're hitting about 30 minutes and I don't want to keep people too long. Where do I even start? So if you're like, yes, this is for me, we can get you going immediately. And I'm going to tell you about the cool incentive that you guys probably saw on Facebook. You can start with a $39.95 sign-up fee to be a coach. If you are military, there is no sign-up. You fill out a special form, you show your active duty papers, and you can send that into Beachbody, and you get to be a total no-fee discount coach is what we call them, but you can work the business. So it's really cool to, you get, you know, you don't have to pay that sign-up fee, and you don't have to pay the $15 monthly website service fee. It's called a business service fee, but I basically, just to simplify it, it handles all the maintenance for your retail websites. You get 3 of them, which is really rad. And that's, we don't have to manage any of it. We don't have to do updates or, you know, maintenance or anything. Beachbody handles it, and we just pay them $15 a month to maintain the website. So pretty awesome, really low cost to run a business, if you ask me. Or you can start with a challenge pack. And so this is where I'm going to talk about our super awesome, exciting incentive for anybody who decides to join the team tonight. Between tonight and the end of the day, 11:59 p.m. on October 31st, so Halloween night, you will be entered to win a free pair of Nikes. You get to pick your color. It's on me. I'm gonna go grab your Nikes for you and ship them to you. So anybody who signs up as a coach with a challenge pack, and I'll explain the challenge pack, gets to be entered to win a free pair of Nikes. So really cool. If you're already on the fence, it's like, hello, here's your sign, you get free shoes. So the challenge pack is really great. So it basically waives that $40, the $39.95 fee, and you get to get your, this is just an example, this one's of the 21-day fix, probably one of our most popular programs and packages. You get the program, the workout program of your choice. It comes with Shakeology and the flavor of your choice. And specifically, the 21-day fix comes with these really awesome little portion control containers too. You get a meal plan, a shopping list, a workout schedule. It just comes with everything you could possibly need, and a coach toolkit. And like I said, that waives that $39.95 fee. So the challenge pack is really the way that I recommend starting, because unless you're already in a challenge group and you've already started with your challenge pack, you can just actually sign up with the $39.95 fee. And since you've already bought a challenge pack in the past, you get that fee refunded to you, so reimbursed. So you get to be just like, you get to start just like a challenge pack coach would get to start. So if you're listening and you're in one of my challenge groups, or you're in one of the team challenge groups, you can be a coach and you can sign up for free because you've already gotten a challenge pack, and that will still enter you to win the Nikes. You don't have to buy a new challenge pack tonight. or until the 31st. So I hope that that answers some questions about our really exciting prize giveaway. I'm going to leave my line open for just like a couple minutes just to make sure that, you know, I answered questions. I'm going to go into my coaching page and see if anybody has anything to ask or add or anything like that. I'm not seeing anything yet, but I just want to make sure that I'm not leaving any important thing out. So I think I pretty much covered it all, you guys. Yeah, so free Nikes, sign up to be a coach. If you have any questions, let your coach, whoever invited you to this call, let them know if you have a question. You can private message me or text me if you have my number, or add me on Facebook, whatever you want to do. If you have questions, just please let one of us know, because we are so happy to help. And I'm gonna figure out how to shut this whole thing down here. And I'm so happy you all joined me. It was so much fun to totally stumble through this thing. And yeah, thanks guys. I'm gonna shut it all down now. Have a great night.